Most people think that they are not getting interview calls is because they don't know enough. But actually, that's not the case. The real reason is that when a recruiter just opens your resume, it looks very similar to like 1,000 of other resumes they are probably screening daily and weekly. Everyone just knows the same set of technologies. Everybody knows JavaScript and Python. Everybody has got a few GitHub repos. Everybody has literally copied projects from different GitHub repositories. So when a recruiter actually screens your resume for 20 to 30 seconds, they don't get the feeling that, okay, I really want to interview this particular guy or a girl because they have a really impactful resume for the corresponding role. And to be very honest, the easiest way to make your resume stand out is not by actually adding 10 or 12 different skills that you actually know, but instead add 2 to 3 impactful projects that you have actually worked on. Projects that solve real problems, projects that focus on complex engineering solutions, and projects that you can actually answer wide variety of questions from. If somebody asks you a follow-up question, then you know deep architectural insights about the project. You have actually thought through the project, you've actually thought about the system design of the project and then actually coded it yourself. And that is why in this particular video, I will be talking about some of the interesting AI-driven projects that you can add in your resume so that your resume can actually stand out. All of these projects that I'm going to talk about, I'll also mention what are the different aspects in terms of engineering problems you can actually tackle in these particular projects, and you can pick any 2 to 3 and start working on those. These projects are some things which will help you to learn real engineering roadblockers and help you enhance your resume overall. Apart from this, all of the projects that I'm going to talk about in this particular video are already the part of the AI engineering cohort offered by Algocamp. All of these projects you are going to actually make in the cohort right from scratch, including every single technological aspect that you need to learn before making these projects. Everything that I'm going to talk about in this video is going to actually ensure that you have as relevant projects to the industry as possible and you have great learnings altogether. So without any further ado, let's just start. But before starting the video, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, do consider subscribing because we are going to put some really awesome content coming up ahead. So let's just start. So before moving forward in the video, if you are somebody who wants to learn the concept of AI engineering and actually make a career in the same field, then you are actually at the right place. Algocamp has launched its first AI engineering cohort in which you will be able to learn state-of-the-art patterns on how to make these real-world production-grade ready AI applications. You will learn all the concepts from beginner to advanced, starting from basics of LLMs, understanding GPT's API or let's say Claude's API, how you can actually set up RAGs in production, how you can make your own AI agents with a lot of interesting projects as well. You will be making projects including making your own code reviewing agent, making your own RAG pipeline which will be able to handle long running tasks as well and whatnot. I list all of the projects here and you can pause the video and check out all of them. This particular cohort will also help you understand behind the scenes of an LLM so that you can understand how the LLM actually works, the neural network architecture, the transformers architecture, what was actually running before LLMs like RNNs and LSTMs. All of these concepts of deep learning also we will be actually covering. This particular cohort has been actually made sure that if you are somebody who knows nothing about AI engineering and wants to start your career in AI engineering, you will be able to actually do that. We will provide all of the required fundamentals including Python, basics of Python, fast API, Docker, Git, GitHub and everything which will help you to start your learning as fast as possible. If you are somebody who is actually looking for a more structured way to learn AI engineering with people who are actually building these products in production, do check out the link in the description section below and don't forget to use this particular coupon code to get massive discount on the price. So let's get back to the video. Okay, so all of these projects I have actually divided into dedicated groups, right? So let's start with group 1, which is basic LLM foundations. Here you can try to build something like a basic app by working on OpenAI's API and maybe building a simple customer support agent. You can say that you can start with something like this and slowly migrate to upgrade your project to here. In this project, you can try to learn about basic engineering problem, right? That is turning basic raw LLM API calls into something more reliable, reusable as a production utility, right? Here you can understand how exactly LLM works, basic prompt engineering, chat message structures, summarization, translation, and so on. When you migrate this project to a dedicated full-fledged customer support agent, you can try to understand about how you can classify unstructured input, right? How you can have more grounding responses based on the domain documentation. And then you need to also make your assistant understand that when it has to hand off the conversation to a human, right? So that is something that you can have, and here you can try to apply a basic RAG as well so that you can make your assistant answer on top of your existing company docs. The second group of projects is dedicated RAGs and based on that retrieval systems. So first is you can start with exploring embeddings, right? You will try to understand how you can exactly represent any meaning numerically and reasoning over a vector space, right? So first of all, understand basic embeddings. Then using that concept, start making a project around RAG chatbots over some data. In the course, we will be talking about YouTube transcripts. So here you will understand that how you can generate data from long unstructured source data with accurate retrieval and citations so that you know that which particular data has been picked from which particular document, right? You can try and pick any vector database, right? Understand the concept of chunking, indexing, basic RAGs, and then timestamp level retrieval. This is going to be one more interesting project that you can start with. Now, on this project, you can try to actually make an upgrade and add things which will make it more enterprise grade RAG. So here you can try to understand how you can improve the retrieval's precision, how you can recall at scale, and how you can measure answers groundness in production, right? And explore things around evals. Also, you can try to explore things like hybrid search, cross-encoder re-ranking, guardrails, and RAGs evaluations. Then you can add one more layer on top, that now you have RAGs. Now let's start adding chat with any documentation. You can see a very simpler form of this you have already built here, but now you'll make a dedicated enterprise grade RAG followed by a chat with any documentation, very similar to what Notebook LM also does, right? So here again, you can turn any arbitrary unstructured document into queryable knowledge source, and then you can try to understand libraries like PyPDF, how you can do chunking on top, and then how you can do single and multi-document RAG, right? And once all of this is done, you can start making another project apart from this, which is going to be an AI search engine like Perplexity, right? Here you can try to understand how you can combine live agentic web retrieval, right? That means you can use tools which are going to be helpful for web search and web retrieval. And post that, you can do a more faithful and cited stream generation and ask questions on top. Right, here you can understand basics of agentic ecosystems, agentic web retrieval, hybrid search, inline citations, very simple concepts of SSE, right, and so on. This is going to be another group of projects that you can actually have. Here, all of this you can see is more on, I would say, retrieving new data, which maybe your LLM is not already trained on. The third group is dedicated agentic system, agents and multi-agent system. Here you can build something like a Claude code-like coding agent, or maybe a code rabbit-like AI code reviewing agent. On both of these, you will try to actually understand how you can give an agent a persistent code base to understand a dedicated safe execution and long horizon task, that means long running task. Apart from this, in let's say things like code reviewing agent, you can try to combine the retrieval grounded critique with structured output and external system integration, right? You can integrate RAG over a style guide. So you can have a dedicated style guide that how you want the code styling to be, right? Structured outputs, you can integrate with GitHub API so that it can fetch the PRs, right? And you can use MCP like protocols to actually connect to GitHub as well. Another interesting project in the group of agent and multi-agent system would be to actually build a lovable kind of like a clone. Here, you can try to understand a multi-agent pipeline over natural language, right? Where you will be able to create new software and actually run it in a dedicated containerized environment. So you can have a multi-agent system where you can have orchestrator-based working patterns, right? You can have a planning mode, then there is going to be a coding phase, and there is going to be a execution and reviewing phase, right? So you can see all of these are going to actually help you understand basics of agentic capabilities in LLMs, right? Then you can have a AI trading bot kind of like a thing so that you can actually integrate different trading tools and ChatGPT style chatbot platform. Again, this is going to be very similar to what you have already built here, but with more agentic capabilities coming up, right? Now the group 4 of projects that we are going to actually make is going to be voice and multimodal agents, so that apart from just text, you can start integrating with something else. So you can make voice based agents and something you can migrate it to something like a AI interview taker. So you have to understand the concept of how exactly you can use chaining modality, how you can actually use tools using a conversation loop, right? You can try to actually understand how you can have voice agents, how you can have structured scoring, right? How you can evaluate things with a more real-time voice-driven evaluation. So this is going to actually help you to make sure that apart from just text, maybe you're also able to make your agents work with speech. So these you can see are some really interesting group of projects that you are also going to cover in the course. And if you're learning LLMs and AI engineering, this is going to be a must to have in your resume as well. Now, the last group I have actually kept as a more focused and foundational concepts around deep learning, so that you know behind the scenes in LLMs what is actually going on. So maybe you can try to make some simple neural networks using, let's say, TensorFlow or PyTorch. In the course, we are going to actually use PyTorch. Now, in the last group, I have actually kept more foundational concepts, right? So that you can understand behind the scenes in LLMs what is actually going on, right? So you can try to actually make things like a simple neural network using a library like TensorFlow. In the course, we are actually going to cover things with PyTorch, right? Here you can understand what is a basic training loop, concepts of gradient descent, tensors, layers, optimizers, fast forward pass evaluation and whatnot. Then you can try to make a simple MNIST encoder. So MNIST is a data set, you can actually read about it, right? So that you can have basic understanding of unsupervised representational learning, reconstruction as a foundation for generative modeling, right? You can understand the basic concepts of autoencoders, latent representations and generative model basics. Then you can try to make a multi-input model for different OCRs, that means optical character reading. In this one, you will be able to actually understand how you can have multi-input to multi-output architectures, how you can have loss weighting, how you can integrate things with image, but with more metadata fusion. This will help you to have more understanding that apart from text, how you can actually integrate more things on top. So you can see these are the set of projects that I believe everybody should create. Now, across these projects, what you can actually do is you can pick maybe 4 to 5 or 3 to 4 based on what you want to actually add on your resume and make it as impactful as possible. You can see in every project I have listed the engineering problem that you are going to actually understand and what you are going to build based on that. And mind, keep one thing in mind, all of these projects that I have actually listed here, you will be building everything end to end in the AI engineering cohort as well. So if you want a more dedicated and a more structured learning, you can definitely check out the course in the description section below. You'll be able to find out all the details here. And there's a special coupon code also mentioned in the description. Don't forget to use that in order to get massive discount on the price. So that being said, let's wrap this particular video here. If you have any questions regarding any of these projects, do let me know in the comment section below. I would be happy to answer all of them. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. I'm Sanket Singh, signing off.